I usually don't have to use the mic because I have like a really loud voice, but because we're recording, I'm going to use the mic today. Welcome, and wow, you guys weathered this temperatures this morning to come, and I really appreciate that, and it's great seeing you all here. My name is Dr. Phyllis Filker. I am the Associate Dean of Undergraduate, Graduate, and Community Education, and that keeps growing. But we were lucky enough this past year to start an undergraduate program in the Bachelor of Science in Public Health. So now our college is also collaborating with the undergraduate school, and we have a Bachelor in Science in Public Health along with all our graduate programs. One of the things I like to do when we start is just recognize some of the faculty. Now, you'll meet in your programs a lot of your faculty this afternoon, but some of the faculty are here this morning, and I just wanted to go around and introduce everybody real quick, or have them introduce themselves. I am going to pass around the mic, so again, our students online will be able to hear them. And I'll start at this table with Dr. Dave Buchanan.
Okay, good morning. I'm Dr. Dave Buchanan, manager of the Biomedical Informatics program. I also wanted to let everyone know, for those who are interested, that at 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and 4 p.m. we'll host bus shuttle tours downstairs. So if you're interested, come to the first floor and we'll give you a full campus tour. Thank you.
You know, it's really nice to see the whole campus because as students, you have access to the gym over there. For those of you like me who put on a few extra pounds over this break, it's a gorgeous gym over there. So let's see, faculty. Let's go to this table.
Thank you. I'm Melinda Lewis. I'm an adjunct instructor for the Master's in Nutrition program. Oh, yeah, my background. I'm a registered dietitian, master's degree, and I enjoy working many years in teaching and love to be here. Thanks.
Okay. And our yoga specialist over here.
Good morning, I'm Marilyn Gordon, registered dietitian. I teach in public health, so nutrition and public health, as well as in the Master of Science in Nutrition program. My background is pretty much wellness, fitness, again, public health programs, programming, and that type of thing. Thank you.
And Stephanie Petrowski, our director of the nutrition program.
Keeping a trend. Hi, everybody. I know this group. This is my nutrition peeps over here. Welcome. I'm the director of graduate admissions and oversee the nutrition program. We're also working to propose and hopefully have next year available a bachelor's program in nutrition too. So we're definitely growing.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lynn Lafferty. I created the Functional Nutrition and Herbal Therapy program, and I'm a pharmacist and a naturopathic doctor. I also have a clinic in the pharmacy, so I look forward to working with all of you.
And coming over here.
Wow. Hi, I'm Ellen Weinstein. I am the program administrator for both the Master of Science in Disaster and Emergency Management, also for the Master in Nutrition and the Certificate in Functional Nutrition and Herbal Therapy.
Thanks, Ellen. And Ellen, anything you need to know about any of those programs, she's the one. The next person I want to introduce is probably somebody that you've all, been in touch with. She is our outreach coordinator, and she knows everything there is to know about getting you to this point.
Hi, good morning. My name is Shari Ramchal. You've all probably received my emails throughout the application process. So again, if you have any questions about the programs, feel free to reach out to me. Okay, hi, how are you? My name is Nadine Molina. I'm the assistant for the public health program. If you guys ever need me, call me, email me. I'll see you soon.
Yes. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Kim Valenti. I'm the director for the Master of Medical Education program.
Good morning, and welcome to everyone. And I'm Gary Cravens. I'm the faculty member with the Biomedical Informatics program here.
And Dr. Blavo.
Good morning. I welcome you also. I'm Cyril Blavo. I'm the Program Director of the Public Health Program.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Steve Brownsberg, Dr. Brownsberg, and I'm with the Biomedical Informatics Program.
Thank you. Okay, so where we are is looking at what this journey is going to look like that lies ahead. Most of you have done things up till now. This is a master's program. So we've now introduced ourselves to you. So let's look at who you are, all our new students. We have 43 new students from Florida, 2 from California, 1 from Illinois, 1 from Maryland, 1 from Michigan, 1 from New Hampshire, North Carolina, South Carolina, 5 from India, 1 from Pakistan, 1 from Afghanistan, and 1 from Nigeria. And what kind of professions are you coming to us that you already have? 9 of you are physicians, 1 pharmacist, 3 nurses, 4 dentists, 3 in the IT field, 1 paramedic, 2 firefighters, 2 in the military, and 2 in law enforcement. People that are sitting here and online have done research in oral hygiene, cervical cancer, care for the elderly, access to health care, AIDS and HIV, and animal welfare. So it's quite a group, quite an impressive group. I think you should give all yourselves a hand on that one. What I'm going to go through now is just a little bit about our university and what the mission of the university as a whole is. The mission is collaboration with faculty members, deans, staff, and students, creating a shared vision based on 8 core values. And those core values all center around you, the student. One of the core values is to offer distance learning. Many of you here are going to be doing the programs online. Many of you will be doing on-site. Many of you will be doing a hybrid of both. And the commitment to the community, all the programs that we offer, as well as our undergraduate and our DO program, our dental program here at NSU, have a commitment to the community. It's one of NSU's missions. Our core values: academic excellence, students, very student-centered, integrity, innovation, opportunity, scholarship and research, diversity, and community. Like I said, we're very student-centered. And this is the vision. You can basically read it. This is Dr. Hanbury put this together, that by 2020, that we would be a premier university in all these aspects. And looking back over the last few years, we have increased our numbers and a lot of our community efforts, an incredible amount. Our undergraduate program has gone from like 1,000 to 1,500. The applicants alone in our BSPH, we had over 500 applicants for our BSPH, Bachelor in Science and Public Health, for this coming year. I think we've admitted about 180. Now, they won't all pick us. They are applying to several schools, but 180 have been accepted into this program, and this is our first year. This year is the inaugural year. So we're looking forward to this day. I know it probably seems like a long time away for you guys, but 2 years or a year and a half or 3 years goes awfully fast. The nice thing about the programs is that you do have a length of time depending on the program, between 5 and 7 years to finish. And it gives you some flexibility, but we do recommend, and I think all your directors and faculty will also reinforce this, that you keep going through at a good pace. When you back off, a lot of times you get in that mode of, I'll take another class next year, I'll take another class next semester. Really good idea to keep the pace up. And I actually did it. I went through the MPH program here while I was working full-time, and always took 1 to 2 classes, and I found it very doable. So those of you who are carrying a full-time job and trying to go to the programs, it is doable. And just keep it up, and we'll see you at this time. So I'm going to turn it over now to who's next? Jordan. Is Jordan here? Oh, okay. All right. Well, we are going to wait for Jordan. Is there any questions? My office is on the 4th floor. It's in the very back corner. It's 1449. Please put that down. You are welcome anytime to email me or come by my office, okay? Totally would love to see you. If you have a problem, if you have a concern, you can email me. I'm Filker at Nova. I think you all probably have that written down somewhere, but it's just my last name, Filker at nova.edu. Any concerns, any problems you're having with the program of any sort, of course, if it's a programmatic program, contact your program director first, but if it's something that you would like to talk to me about, you're more than welcome. And stop by my office anytime. Is there any questions on anything so far, where you need to be today, what's going to go on today? No? All right. Well, thank you very much for coming. Okay, our next guest speaker is Jordan Mathis. She is the Director of Student and Alumni Affairs, so she's going to give you a lot of information that you need to know in terms of student affairs. Thank you. Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Jordan Mathis. I'm like right in this light. My name is Jordan Mathis. I work downstairs on the 4th floor, room 1485, in the Office of Student and Alumni Affairs. I'm the Assistant Director of Student and Alumni Affairs. Dr. Celestine is the Assistant Dean of Student and Alumni Affairs, and I work for her. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass around our cards, and you guys can just pass. So this is everyone in our office. There's kind of a lot of us, but if you pop down and come see us, anyone's gonna be able to help you. If we can't help you, we can definitely find the person who can help you, so never be shy, come on in, say hello. These are just some of the things that we can help you with. If you guys go on any field experience or anything like that that requires drug screens or background checks, our office can help you get that done. Typically that is paid for by our office, I believe, but that's if it's required for a site. We also can help you with room reservations. Let's say you guys want to host an event or anything like that. You can come to us and we can help you get the room booked. We don't do the study rooms. Those are done by the library, but if you want to use a regular classroom to hold a study session, then you can come to us to get those rooms booked. If you guys want to start up any clubs or anything like that, you can come see our office. We'll get you in contact with our student government, and then they'll be able to help you get a club started. We can also help you if you guys end up putting on any student events. Besides room reservations, we help with any of the work orders that you'll need for that, getting permission to hold these events in the different areas. And then we also have copies of the student handbook down in our office, or if you have any questions about it, you can always come see us and we can help explain policies. One thing we want you guys to remember is that we do have our Henderson Clinic. As master's students, a lot of times you guys aren't on campus, so you forget that you have access to all of the same things that the undergraduate students have. One of that being our Henderson Clinic. You get 10 free visits per year, and your 10 free sessions start from the first time you go, not based on the academic year. So I think it's across the street now, like behind the Wells Fargo. I think that's where it's at now. So you guys can stop by there. They do group sessions, couple sessions, individual sessions, anything like that. But if you guys feel like you're overwhelmed, you're stressed, you just need to talk to someone, they are there for that, and it is free to you. You guys also have access to the Recplex. Please go use it. It is so nice over there. A lot of times, like I said, you guys forget that you have access to it because you're master's students. A lot of people do things online, but you do have access to all of this. They have group classes. They have the rock wall. There's a leisure pool there. They do swim classes and things like that. So go check it out, see what they have. It's really nice. You guys also have access to the Student Health Center if you need any of your immunizations, if you just need a checkup, anything like that. The HPD library, as well as the main library. Our main library is also a public library, so it is the only public library that's open on Sundays, so you guys can go by there. That's really nice too. Financially, this is just some of the contact information that you may need for any of the other services on campus, and I believe that's it.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? It's a little dead in here. Okay. My name is Warnick Vincent, and I work in the Office of Student Financial Assistance. And today we're going to be discussing the financial aid process here at Nova. Essentially, most of you guys in here are graduate students, so the process should be somewhat recognizable. And so for the current school year that we're in, which is the 17-18 school year, if you haven't already done so, you're going to need to submit a FAFSA for the 2017-2018 school year. So that essentially will cover the current winter term that we're in, as well as the summer term. In addition to that, the FAFSA for the 18-19 school year is also available as well. So you want to go ahead and submit a FAFSA for that academic school year as well while you're on there. So the website should be on the brochure that I passed out, and that is the free application for federal student aid. So if you're on a browser that's asking you to pay for it, do not pay. It's free. So essentially, it's really simple. At the graduate level, most of the aid that you're going to be receiving is a non-need-based aid, meaning that income is a non-determinant factor. So essentially, the two numbers that you want to be concerned about, at least for this particular program, is $10,250 that will be awarded to you per semester. There is an aggregate limit or a cap that the federal government has set out in terms of unsubsidized loans. Now, if you're receiving subsidized loans before, that would only be at the undergraduate level. At the graduate level, it's only unsubsidized loans, in addition to the optional loan, which is the graduate plus loan if you did need money for living expenses and things of that nature. So that is optional. But from the FAFSA, the unsubsidized loans will be offered to you. Again, $10,250 is the max per semester. Overall, you do have an aggregate limit of $138,500. Which is the maximum amount that the federal government allows to you. Now, once you've exceeded that number, then you can start going and looking into the Graduate Plus loan. If you don't plan on taking out the Graduate Plus loan, you can also look into a private alternative loan as well. So if you're going to be going the private loan route, you pretty much want to compare the interest rate that the federal government is offering you versus what the private lenders are offering you. So currently right now for the unsubsidized loans, that interest rate is 6%. For the unsubsidized loans. If you decide to take out a Graduate Plus loan, in addition to the unsubsidized loans, which you can definitely do, the Graduate Plus loan is currently at 7%. So essentially the way that it works is that once we receive your FAFSA, we'll go ahead and process the award and make it official, the $10,250 that I just discussed. You would need to go into your student account and then determine exactly how much of that $10,250 that you'd like to take out per semester. Now, I believe for this particular program, 3 credits is considered half-time and 6 credits is considered full-time. So even at the 6 credit mark, if you're taking 6 credits altogether per semester, I believe that's about $4,000, I believe, in terms of tuition, student service fees, registration fees. So altogether, you're probably going to be looking at about $4,500, probably is the maximums in terms of per semester. So the $10,250 should definitely be enough to cover tuition, student service fees, and things of that nature. And then the difference, if you decide to take out the entire $10,250, then that will be reimbursed to you guys, either through a check in the mail. If you like, you can also set up a direct deposit with the University Bursar's Department, which would then deposit the surplus directly into your bank of choice. That's pretty much it in terms of the financial aid process here. Does anybody have any specific questions that they'd like to ask? Yes, go ahead. Deferment is handled directly through the registrar's office here. However, if you can come downstairs to either the one-stop shop, and then we'll process it for you. We'll send it to the registrar's office, and the registrar's office will send that to your lender. What happens is that every semester, usually the 3rd week at the beginning of the semester, all enrollment is verified through the National Student Clearinghouse. The registrar's office usually updates that after the 3rd week. So if your lenders are currently sending you information, it should be updated after the 3rd week of school. Otherwise, if you do have deferment paperwork, you can come downstairs to the one-stop shop, and then we'll go ahead and send it off to the lenders for you. The easiest way to send them, in terms of additional documents, and I also forgot to mention this as well, if this is your first time that you plan on taking out loans or borrowing loans, There is also a master promissory note that needs to be completed, as well as an entrance counseling as well. But if you've already taken loans in the past and if you haven't been out of school for too long, usually the MPN is usually good for 10 years, as well as the entrance counseling. But if this is your first time borrowing money, then you would need to go to studentloans.gov to complete a master promissory note, as well as an entrance counseling. And also on that same website would be the portal to apply for the optional loan or the Graduate Plus loan, and that's on studentloans.gov. But in terms of additional documentation, you can always fax them directly to the financial aid department. You can also email as an attachment to finaiddocs@nova.edu. So that should be finaiddocs@nova.edu is the actual email where you can scan as an attachment and send it to the financial aid department. Yes. Unfortunately, no. You would have to be either an eligible citizen or a non-citizen. So in terms of international students, you might want to take a look into a private alternative loan, which have different requirements. I don't think that's one of them as far as the international status. But in terms of receiving money from the federal government, you would need to be either an eligible non-citizen or a citizen to receive aid from the federal government. Is there any other questions? All right, well, I thank you guys for your time. I'm located downstairs in the Terry building down here. The financial aid counselors are usually here from 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday. You can also definitely give us a call. There's an after-hour phone number. That after-hour phone number is 954-262-3380, and that's 954-262-3380. And again, if you have any documentation that you'd like to send to the financial aid department, that's going to be finaiddocs@nova.edu. And also, the one-stop shop is also located downstairs as well. So if there's any, if you ever have any general questions, you can always come downstairs and produce any paperwork, or if the representatives downstairs can't help you, they can point you out to one of the financial aid counselors in the office as well. The other thing I forgot to mention as well, if this is your secondary program that you're taking, meaning if you're, I believe most of the DO students also take these courses as well, we can also adjust your budget to also take in consideration that this is your secondary program if you wanted an increase in budget as well. So if there's any of you guys that's also, if this is your secondary program that you're taking. All right. If there's no any questions, thank you for your time, and congratulations, you all.
Okay, thank you. Okay, well, next we have Dr. Julie Sarpy with the HPD Division Library. Here you go.
Okay. Do you have to use the microphone? Okay. Good morning, and welcome to your library orientation for the Kiran C. Patel Osteopathic Medicine graduate programs. First, I'd like to let you know that a copy of this presentation is available online on your library LibGuides, so you don't have to worry about writing everything down or trying to remember everything that I say. I'm Julie Sarpy. I'm one of the reference librarians here at HPD Library. I am with allopathic and osteopathic medicine. I am the point person for all of your Kiran C. Patel College of Osteopathic Medicine programs. My email is jsarpy@nova.edu, and my telephone number is 954-262-3121. My office hours are roughly from 7:30 to 4 p.m., but the reference library itself is open from about 8:30 to 5 p.m. The main number for the reference library is 954-262-3106, and you can email the library directly at hpdref@nova.edu. So today I'm going to give you a tour of the library resources that and the library itself, all the things that you have available as part of the KIPCOM programs. And I'll show you how to search for full text for journal articles and how to retrieve them. Briefly take a look at EndNote, which is our citation management software, which will help you create a library if you need to export any kind of document or citations and actually put them into a document or a paper or create a bibliography. So let's go ahead and get started. HPD Library is one of the 4 libraries that you have available to you as NOVA students. The others are Law, Oceanographic, Alvin Sherman, which is the main library, which you may have utilized more frequently since HPD has been undergoing renovations. However, HPD Library will be your primary library. The Health Professions Division Library is located downstairs next to the juice blends through the doors, but you have to right now use the side doors as the library is undergoing renovation. The library itself is open from 7 to 12, Monday through Thursday. Friday, it's open until 9 p.m., and on the weekends, it's 10 to 10. But you can access the library remotely 24/7 by logging on to nova.edu/HPD Library. I've highlighted all the programs, LibGuide icons right here that I'll be discussing today, and I'll go over each in a few minutes. When you log on to the library website, the first thing you'll notice are the top level tabs. These are the quick links where you can check your library account. Under services, you can click on Ask the Librarian, and there'll be ways to get in touch with each librarian. Also, you can access interlibrary loans to request books, chapters, journal articles from other libraries, and ones that we also only have in print. About Us gives information about the library hours, the directions, and general information about the library. Under the second layer tabs, you can search the entire NSU catalog, search the journal finder, PubMed, HPD databases for all relevant books and articles. Please again note each program's icons. They will be the portal to your library LibGuides, where you can find anything, information, resources specific to your program, including, like I said, copies of this presentation that I have today. You have to look in different places on the LibGuide for this information, depending on whether you have top or side navigation viewing on your library LibGuide. But you will find not only a copy of this general orientation, but also a PowerPoint of specific program-related information on the LibGuide. The library catalog is located on the second layer tab. It's the one that is the furthest to the left. So let's say you want to search the catalog for DeGowan's Diagnostic Examination, the 10th edition. Enter into the search box and click to retrieve your results, the title to retrieve your results. Then you will scroll to the relevant title or image, DeGowan's 10th edition, and click View Results. Note that this book is available electronically through the Access Medicine resource, which has a built-in reader. So you just log on with your university credentials, and you'll be able to open directly to the book. We try to buy ebooks when at all possible, so the largest number of students everywhere will be able to retrieve the books and view them. However, ebooks come from several different publishers, so each book might work differently. Some have downloadable chapters that you can use as PDFs, and you can keep those. Others have a time limit, and some have limited numbers of concurrent users. So if you can't get into the book, you'll have to wait till someone else is finished reading it, just like a physical book. If there's a user limit, I have indicated that, and which means you'll have to try the link and see how many copies are available. And if someone else is using it, you'll get a turn away notice, and you'll have to try again later. There are 3 types of books housed at HPD Library: circulating ones that you can check out, reserved books which are available only for on-campus use. These are usually textbooks or required books, and ebooks which you have access to online. Reserved books like Jarvis's Physical Examination in Health, as seen here, have restricted on-campus use, like I said, for 3 hours. And you can check out the reserved books at the circulating desk, and that's where you'll have to return them. Our circulating books are housed in the library itself, and they're located on the bookshelves, and you have 30-day checkout availability for those books. For books not available in the library, you can submit an interlibrary loan request through the ILL tab on the library homepage. It's located in the drop-down menu under Services. You just log in with your credentials and choose the item type and fill out the required information. Please allow 1 to 3 business days just for the request processing itself. Scan chapters or articles from non-HPD institutions, as well as our off-site print journal collection, will be sent to you in approximately 3 to 4 business days. You'll receive an email when it's ready, and just click on electronically received items to view, and you can open to the particular document, and it's the same for requested books. Let's say that you're assigned to read this article by authors Lagu et al., and you need to retrieve the full text of an article. First, you'll need to access JAMA Internal Medicine through the library databases. From the library homepage, use Full Text Finder to look for specific journals in our electronic resources. Just click on Search Full Text Finder and type the exact journal title. If you're unsure about the title, use the drop-down box and select Contained to search for words within the title. Note the Search Full Text Finder is the second tab, not the first tab, which is the library catalog on the tabs, second layer tabs. Just enter the title of the journal, not the title of the article. Then you'll browse for the article. Once you have selected a particular resource, click on that title. The resource will not open directly to the article, so you'll have to browse the correct volume, year, volume, and issue. Just select the correct year and volume and issue, and you'll see a list of articles for that specific issue, and then you browse the list until you find the article that you need. If you have any questions or get confused on any of these steps, the instructions can be found on the library website. Just access the library homepage and click on the College of Medical Sciences LibGuide, and then you can click on the tab Finding Articles, and there you'll see a drop-down tab that says Finding Full Text. And you can select from your particular option or your situation, whether you're following the instructions from starting from a database or a reference list or starting from a citation. I want to briefly show you the PubMed database. You can access PubMed directly from the HPD Library PubMed Quick Search link. It's the third tab on the second level tabs on the library homepage. Thus, your results will be linked to our full text finder with our Find It button in PubMed. So it'll search our library catalog to see if you can find full text of the particular article that you need. You can also search there our library databases. The database tab will be the fourth tab on the second level tabs on the library homepage. If you know a particular database that you'd like to search for the articles, we have an alphabetical list. Just scroll to the name and you can start your search. Because HPD Library offers so many resources, there's a need to be program specific. So students and faculty can easily access what they need. So I'll briefly highlight each program's LibGuide. Some features are universal to all, each guide, such as the HPD Student and References tab, where you can find information about general library resources and what the library has to offer particular students. It's also a helpful ready reference on everything HPD, such as room sequencing, which can be a little tricky here at HPD, Also information about our printing services. As NOVA students, you receive $75 a year, which you can use for printing services on campus. And also information about writing styles, whether APA or AMA. So this is the Biomedical Informatics LibGuide. On the left column, you'll see the Find Books tab. If you hover over the tab, a drop-down menu will appear, and you'll see a listing for the Winter 2018 textbooks, which I've annotated and hyperlinked. If a book is available from the library electronically, I've hyperlinked to the title of the book. On the Disaster and Emergency Medicine Management tab, LibGuide, you can click on the resource and see resources there for publishing. You'll see how HPD Library can help you out with it. Whether you're submitting a manuscript, you can try consulting Jane, which is a journal author name estimator, and it's freely available as a web-based tool through HPD. It identifies suitable journals available for publication. In addition to locating journals, Jane can help you find relevant articles to cite in your paper, as well as help you find manuscript reviewers. So it's very, very useful. On the Medical Education LibGuide, you can find information about non-HPD databases, which you as NSU students have access. ERIC, which is an online library of education, research, and information. And also PsycInfo, which is a resource devoted to behavioral health and mental health. Those are just two resources that you might consider using that are available to you as NSU students. The Nutrition LibGuide has a tab entirely devoted to Natural Medicines Database, which is the leading evidence-based database for information on the safety and effectiveness of natural medicines and alternative therapies. We also provide instructions there on how to get the app. The database chart is prominently displayed on the Public Health LibGuide, and it's a ready reference tool. If you ever get confused about which database is for what, you can refer to this chart for clarification. Under Images and Multimedia, you'll see a list of the apps that you have available in the library for the students, and you can click on those and find instructions on how to download them as well. And if you have any problems, you can always contact me to help you out with that process. Also on our library LibGuide, you'll find information about EndNote, which is I mentioned, is our citation management software. Some of you might be familiar with Zotero or Mendeley. At NOVA, we offer EndNote free for all students. You can import your citations from the databases, keep track and manage them as PDFs, and insert them into your paper as various styles, AMA, MLA, APA, and whether using Word and other processors, it helps you build your reference list or bibliography at the end of your paper. And the instructions are there online on how to set it up, but you can also bring your laptop into the library, and we can help you with that process. Again, my name is Julie Sarpy, and I am your library liaison, and if you need any help with anything, just email me, and I will get back to you as soon as possible.
Okay, we're going to get started again. So our next speaker is going to be John Toussaint from Public Safety. But before he starts talking to you, I wanted to introduce somebody who's very, very important with our programs. And for some reason, she wore a different hairstyle today, so I didn't notice her sitting there. I thought she was actually one of our students. Her name is coordinator for all the graduate programs. So anytime you have any registration problem, any kind of problem that involves courses, registering for the courses, the finance part of the courses, the insurance part, I mean, just anything. I'm going to turn this over to Olu right now, and she can say a few words.
Hello, everyone. My name is Oluseun Fajimolu, Olu for short, and I'm the coordinator for all the programs. So any problems that you run into, just hit me up. Simple as that.
Right. And your email?
Oh, it's, everybody have their pen out? Believe me, you'll need my email. It's O, F as in Frank, A, J, I, M as in Mary, ol@nova.edu. Everybody got it? Anybody need me to repeat it? Okay. It's O, F as in Frank, A, J, I, M as in Mary, ol@nova.edu. Everybody got it now? Okay.
Thank you, Olu. And Olu, let me tell you, she does her magic in the background here. And if you have problems, I mean, there's, and there are, you know, especially on online programs, sometimes there's a registration problem. There's this, you waive the insurance, they still have it on there. Just feel free, just contact her anytime and she'll get it done. So thank you for coming, Olu. Yes.
Very important about the insurance. If you have your own insurance, please, please, please make sure you waive Nova's insurance. I beg of you. Else you will be charged.
So just make sure you've waived that. There's like a box that you have to check that you've waived it, because if they not, they automatically put it on there, and then there's a big problem trying to get the money off. It's just, trust me, it's not worth it. We've had to do it for a couple students, and it really was a nightmare. So be sure you do that. But anything else, anything related to registration up and through the courses, once you get in the actual courses, Olu can help you with some of that stuff too. At least she'll direct you to the right place if you have any problems. So just, you know, feel free to email her anytime. And we thank her for doing that. She's been with the programs now for what? 2 years. 2 years, it's gone fast. So, all right, I'm going to turn it over to public safety. John, thank you for coming, and have at it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, step number 1, don't trip while you're walking up to the front. That's like being in a beauty pageant. You don't want to fall down on the way out. You know? Good morning, everyone. I'm told I have to use a microphone because we're streaming this worldwide on all the networks, so I guess that's kind of good. We always do a public safety orientation. I've been doing this for about 6 years now here. And we always do the MPH group every time. First time I did it, I think there was about 6 students, and now we're up into the 20, sometimes 30. So apparently, public health getting to be an issue. I don't know. I guess it is. But public safety is important. Is anybody going to live on campus while they're going to school, or are all commuters and onliners and all that? Because some of the stuff that we do is student orientation, has to do with living on campus. I'll try to kind of go just past some of that so you don't have to listen to parts of it. My name again is John Toussaint. I'm a training and development specialist, a title that they gave me when I got here. I thought it was kind of, everybody has a title. My background is police, basically, military and police. What they brought me in for was to teach the public safety officers how to handle situations. You can hire as many people as you want and put them in a position, but if they haven't been trained what to do when things may go bad or become a problem, it doesn't help much. Then all you have is just somebody standing there watching. So they asked me to come in. I spent a long time teaching at the police academy, so I've made regular civilians into cops, so they figured I could probably make regular civilians into public safety officers. So I do that. I do all the new student orientations. I do a bunch of different trainings that new employees get also, including active shooter, emergency preparation, things like that. So they keep me pretty busy. I got about 5 jobs, which is not a complaint because that's good. It's better to keep me busy. But I do a lot of stuff and I really like it. So like I said, 6 years. I've been here and I do about 20 or 30 of these a semester. So it gets to be kind of fun, if not repetitious, but not for you folks, because the first time you heard it. But I tend to go through it as if you already know some of this stuff, and I have to be careful about that. Anyway, the long background made me a little better prepared probably to teach these people what to do if they walk in on something. We have Davie police officers here who handle the big stuff, but they may take 5 minutes to get there. Well, if you've ever walked into an emergency situation, the first 5 minutes is kind of tough if you don't know what to do about it while you're waiting for the big boys to come and take over. So my job is to teach them how to handle the stuff as Davie would if they were there, even though we're not armed and they're not police officers. They're the closest thing you can get. So we don't just hire a security company and put them on a post. They spend about 3 weeks with me in the beginning, probably the longest 3 weeks of their life, but they spend 3 weeks with me learning all of this stuff, dealing with people, intoxicated people, mentally disturbed people, how to handle regular disturbance calls, bomb threats, homeland security. We teach them all kinds of stuff. That's how they do their jobs to protect everybody who's on the campus. Even though you'll be coming and going, the idea is that while you're here, we want to make sure everything's okay. We have about 129 people in public safety. 82 of them are in uniform patrol. If you've been around the campus, you've either seen the SUVs going around, or downstairs you saw some officers at the desk. Down there, all the buildings pretty much have an officer when school is in session at the front. They handle all of the things that go on in the building. So on top of the road patrol people, there are people assigned to the library and Horvitz and HPD and all these different buildings that we have on the campus. And then at night, not that it pertains to you, 2 more come in and they stay in the residence halls overnight to make sure that the mostly undergraduate students that are over there are taken care of. And we fight off the sneak in the back door things and the stuff that goes on in any residence hall at any college. Proactive patrolling is one of the philosophies that they wanted taught to these people. All that means is that instead of waiting to get a call and going and writing a report, proactive patrolling means look for any signs of trouble or suspicious behavior and head it off before it happens. Anybody can write a report that somebody stole your laptop or your wallet or your purse. Better if we stop somebody from doing it before they do it. So that's proactive versus reactive, and that's what we try to preach to them, and we make sure that they stay up with that idea. We have a communication center that looks like America's Most Wanted, if you remember the old show, with the wall of monitors that the guy used to stand in, because we have 1,800 cameras over all of the campuses. 1,200 cameras on this campus. That's a lot of cameras per square foot. City of Detroit has 200 cameras. So we have 1,200 on this campus. Just to give you a relative kind of point of view about how well covered this place is, they're all over the place. I mean, they really do cover because we can't be everywhere, even though there's 10 or 15 working at a time. You can't be at every square inch, so the cameras are constantly scanning. And if somebody sets off an alarm or hits a panic button somewhere or something like that, the cameras all go into motion and it starts filming, zooming, and all that, and pinpoints where all the trouble is and stuff like that. So we stay on top of things pretty well. Our statistics are real low, and probably because of all of those reasons. Some of the things the officers get trained in: homeland security, active shooter, a big topic, as you know. 16 a year we're averaging now of these mass shootings. Used to be 6 about 10 years ago, so it's gone up. So we make sure that they're well versed in what to do in the event of an active shooter. All NOVA employees go to active shooter training. A new employee orientation, I do the active shooter training with them in the afternoon. So all employees get it. It's online. Should you be interested, if you go on the public safety website, you can find our videotape version, which isn't as good as the live one because I had to be careful what I said and stuff, but live one's a little more entertaining probably, even though it's a terrible subject. But it's more personalized. On tape you have to really be kind of regimented. But check it out if you're interested and if you want to. It's about 35 or 40 minutes long, I think. Bomb threats, campus security authority, and sexual assault training. You may have heard about this issue going on college campuses. Fortunately, not a major issue here, but some colleges have paid huge fines for underreporting incidents of sexual assault and misbehaviors. I think Yale and Utah State paid about $1 million last year in fines because they didn't report to the government some of the situations that happened. If you get federal money, you have to report to the Department of Education certain kinds of crimes or incidents that take place. So we teach everybody also what they call campus security authority training. Another part of the employees' ongoing training. Our officers are all CPR and automated electronic defibrillator trained. They get Title IX and Violence Against Women Act training, interpersonal skills, workplace communications. We really try to make them able to deal with everybody that they meet and come across. There's 100 blue light phones on the campus, so you may have seen them because they're all over in front of the buildings, parking garages, parking lots, identified by the blue light on top of them, hence the tricky name, right? Can't miss them. It looks like the blue light at the top of a police car. And on that box, there's a button, and all you do is push the button, and you're immediately connected to a dispatcher. The dispatch center, where all the cameras are, also has about 5 dispatchers working who monitor all the calls, give out the calls, watch the video lines, all of that. So connected immediately to a dispatcher, you can tell them if you're having a problem, if you need help with something, if you saw something suspicious, something that can help us make sure nothing happens to anybody. I mentioned the 4 Davie police officers to you, the 2 at a time basically, during the day from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Then the other 2 come in at night on a detail and work in the residence halls. So we got the place pretty well covered. The emergency notification system, which is known as NSU Alert or Nova Alert, depending on which generation you started at here, it used to be Nova Alert, and now they're trying to change it to NSU Alert, is a contact system. If anything bad happens, you will receive one of those 12 or whatever there are things on there, or a combination. Actually, you'll get all of them. Texts, phone calls, emails, everything. You'll get so many alerts, you'll think there's all kinds of stuff going on. It's just one event, but you get it so many different ways. You think, oh my God, there's an alert on the email too? No, it's just the same alert. It just comes 10 different ways. But you won't miss an alert if it goes out, whether it be a gas leak, or they may want to evacuate a building because there's some kind of problem in the building. Whatever the cause, it'll either be a stay-in-place type message, don't come out, or a get-out message, like get out of the building, there's gas leak or something like that. So you'll get the message loud and clear, and you won't miss it. Emergency situations, we do emergency preparedness training, like I said, for all new employees. There's a hurricane plan in place, which we got to exercise a couple of months ago. We didn't really want to, but we had to. We wound up shipping all of the resident students that were still here to shelters. And when we put them in a shelter, we went to a middle school over in the west side of Davie. 5 of our officers spent 3 days at the shelter with them. They made a lot of money, but they were there for 3 full days. I mean, they never left. The 5 of them were locked in the building with the students. We had our own wing kind of in the school, so the NSU people were separated from the rest of the crowd. So it was well handled. They fed them, they took care of them, and they spent, unfortunately, that was not even a major hurricane. We just lost power was the main problem. And so they were well taken care of. So we have plans in place for all of this stuff. So everything's covered. We talk to all the new students about crime prevention, reminding them that the ones that live here don't block doors open. They want to do, my friend's coming in an hour, I don't feel like coming back down, let me just stick a thing in the door and they can just come in. None of that allowed. All the doors have timed alarms on them. So when they prop one open, about a couple of minutes later, the alarm's going to go off. So we try to keep an eye on all of that to prevent anything from happening to anybody by kind of overseeing and overlooking what they're doing. We tell them to keep all their doors locked. I mean, this is a great place. We probably had 5 thefts last year, but to those 5 people, this is a major event. So we don't want to have any thefts, but there are people, because we are on Earth, so there are people who steal stuff and do things badly. I think we had 1 stolen car last year. The mall had 140. So obviously there's a difference in where you are in the county and how well protected everybody is. Weapons on campus is a question we get asked about a lot because it's in the news because of other states. Other states have passed laws. Texas, you can carry a gun in a classroom. You don't even have to have it concealed. So different states, different rules. This state, same old rule. No weapons allowed on any NSU property anywhere. And that's all kinds of weapons. State statute says no guns on any school grounds. The president or the school rules say no weapons of any kind, meaning tasers, sprays, those Chinese throwing stars from the Kung Fu movies. Nothing that's a weapon can be carried or be in possession on the campus, and that won't change. I promise you that whatever law they pass won't pertain to a private university. So even if they say from now on everybody in Florida can carry 9 guns to class on this campus, they'll never be allowed to. So not a concern for even in the future. It's not going to happen. I've talked to the I'm big shy. I talked to the president. No, I've been called in and said, make sure everybody knows. So whatever the president says, I relay directly. But there will never be guns on this campus. I can pretty much assure you. Florida state statutes prohibits the firearms, and our rules make it any other weapon. Okay, pretty simple. Things we can do to help you out if you're here, and some people read faster than I talk, so they get right to the bottom of the list and they go, oh, I only hear about this last thing down there. I don't understand what that means, but it sounds a little fishy to me, So I'll save that, like a mystery, like, oh, I want to hear about the escort service. If you come out of school and your battery's dead, if you call us, we'll come and jump your car for you. We have battery pack things and ways of doing that in our trucks. AAA around here can take a while, so call us. Somebody will be there in 5 minutes probably to jump your car. If you lock your keys in your car, don't panic. The other set's in Connecticut or something, or whatever. We can have people, how do I say this? We have people who can open any car. We backgrounded them. Well, they're not bad, but they are trained on how to use those gadgets and gimmicks that AAA and Pop-A-Lock and companies like that charge about $85 for. We'll have a guy come out and open your car for you if you lock your keys in it. We can fill up a tire. We have compressors in our trucks. If you get one of those slow leaks that went down while you were in school, not a blowout, we're not going to change your tire, but we can fill one up that's low. And then there's the famous escort service. If you park in the garage, you're up on the 4th floor, you stay late, it's 10 o'clock, and you go out to the garage and you go, oh, this place is kind of spooky. Sounds like a haunted house in there at night. If you're the only car on the 4th floor, it can be kind of, for some people, intimidating. If you call us, we will send somebody to walk out to your car with you. It's one of those buddy plan things like they tell women about if you go to the mall and you're going to come out late, try to do it in twos, whatever you do. Only because nobody should say, well, I'm not going to work or study because I'm too afraid to go out to the garage at night. We'd rather you worked and studied, and then we'll just come and walk out with you so you have somebody that gets you to your car without any danger or hazard. So it should be escort a buddy or buddy service or something, but they kind of like the escort service thing because we escort you to your car. I think it sounds fancier that way. Is that it, probably? Some people, of course, turn it into something else. But anyway, we have a lost and found at the public safety. If you lose something, you leave a flash drive in a computer. We get a lot of flash drives. Interesting reading sometimes because we have to open them to see who they belong to. We call that Interesting Reading Wednesday. Sometimes we look at them and go, let me know when this person comes in. I want to see this one, But people carry a lot of stuff on their flash drive, so be careful what you do and what you put into a Nova computer. But we do get flash drives, mostly jackets, coats, umbrellas, things like that. Once in a while on laptop, once in a while on iPhone, but not many. They tend to disappear somewhere into the stratosphere. I don't know what happens to all the iPhones, but they get lost. People leave them in bathrooms. I mean, it's amazing how people treat their $7, $8, $9, now $1,000 pieces of equipment. Oh yeah, I left it on the sink. Really, I'd be more afraid of getting it wet if I left it on the sink. But anyway, the idea being that if you do lose something like that, maybe one of the maintenance people picked it up and turned it in for safekeeping. So that happens too. So call us and we'll see if we have it in Lost and Found. Parking rules, you need to know that they do enforce parking rules. They write a lot of parking tickets because there's a lot of people here who aren't supposed to be parked here. You get a sticker to put on your car, that's mandatory. They go through the parking lot. If no sticker on a car, it gets a ticket. So you have to have the sticker on your car, whether it feels good or bad to you. But you need the sticker. First floor of the parking garages is always pay. There's no free parking on the first floor. That's because we deal with the public a lot between the clinics, libraries, things like that. So the first floor is a pay, one of those pay meter systems where you put the little paper up on the dashboard. So the sticker doesn't get you free parking on the first floor of the parking garage. So please make sure you do that and park only where you're supposed to, because they write them. So the main objective here is, of course, our job is to keep you safe, you know. In fact, I hate to admit it, but that's like the only thing I know how to do. So I have to do it well because I'm not good at anything else. I can't do math. I'm terrible at science. So this turned out to be my whole lifestyle for the last 30, 40 years. But we think we do it well, and that's the idea. Keeping people safe is the whole objective. And so if you have any issues or problems, call us and we'll help you out, right? Call dispatch, the number on there, 262-8999. That's like calling, that's like going on Google and asking a question. If you call dispatch, they can tell you where the shuttle is going to be, and if you're stranded at 11 o'clock and the last shuttle's already run, they might be able to reroute one for you. So call dispatch if you have any problem, because the idea is that we're here to take care of you and make sure you're okay while you're here. So anybody got any questions I can answer about public safety? Oh, let me tell you this. Online, there's a book called the Campus Safety Handbook. It basically has everything in it I just told you about, plus a bunch more stuff. All of the statistics are in here that I told you that we have to report to the Department of Education. A great book. It's got all kinds of tips about identity theft, all the phone numbers you would need to call if your identity got stolen, all the phone numbers of every campus that we have, where they're located, all of that stuff. So this is really a good book. It's online on the public safety website, and a good book to have. So any questions, anything I can help you with? All right, well, good luck. Congratulations on being here. This is a good place, so congratulations. All right, thank you.
Okay, next we have the NSU Bursar's office. All right, good to go. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name's Lisa Beckford, and I work in the NSU Bursar's office as a part of the Student Accounts Department. And this is my colleague,
Allie. Hi.
We're just going to give you a brief overview of what we do in the Student Accounts Department and what services we provide to you. Okay, so the Bursar's office is responsible for collecting university tuition and fees, issuing student refunds from financial aid funds, sending invoices and receipts, and distributing student educational tax data. The office of the University Bursar is located in the Arvitz Building, Administration Building, first floor on the Fort Lauderdale Davie campus, 33301 College Avenue, Fort Lauderdale, Davie, Florida, 33314. What I'm going to start with this morning is just explaining to you about the 1098T forms and how important it is to sign up to do this electronically. NSU is required to provide each eligible student with a copy of his or her annual form 1098T in January. We're coming up to, well, we're actually in January now, so we're going to be having loads of requests to do 1098Ts. This form is informational only and serves to alert you that you may be eligible for federal income tax education credits. You may elect to receive this form electronically, which is faster and more secure than receipt through postal mails, because sometimes we don't know what happens with the mail. Students will call back and say they never received it, so it's just easier to do it electronically. Important information about your 2017 Form 1098T. NSU reports amounts billed for qualified tuition and related expenses, which appear in box 2 of your 1098T form. Therefore, box 1 will remain empty. A lot of students usually call or email to say, why is box 1 not filled in? That's because we're only required to do box 2, not both. Please note that if box 7 is checked on your 2017 Form 1098T, amounts billed in the 2017 calendar year include charges for educational services offered in 2018 calendar year. You may view a detailed breakdown of amounts billed by accessing your 1098T information online via your Shark link once your 2017 Form 1098T is available. Select the My Account page from left navigation and click View 1098T, then enter 2017 tax year and click Submit to access your 2017 Form 1098T. Please note that 2016 charges for educational services rendered in 2017 do not qualify for 2016 tax year. For additional information regarding your 1098T, carefully review the 2017 IRS 1098T instruction for students or visit the Bursar's IRS Form 1098T webpage. We're going to touch on the NSU payment policy. Okay, so payment is due in full at the time of your registration. NSU e-bills are sent in the middle of each month, usually around the 15th. On that bill, it will tell you how much your payment is that's due. However, students should not wait for their billing statement to pay their tuition fees to avoid any late charges. The full policy is available online at http. Have we got it there? Everything's on our website for the payment policy. So just make sure you familiarize yourself with our website, and it will give you the full policy on there and anything that we do not cover today. We'll also explain about holds, which is transcript and diploma holds. These are placed on a student's account 30 days after your payment's due. The transcript diploma hold, TD, is placed on a student's account if the account shows an outstanding balance at the start of the semester, but it's only placed on your account after 30 days. It only prevents students from receiving a diploma or an official transcript. It does not prevent a student from accessing any other university services, nor is the transcript diploma hold associated with a fee. There's also a bursar's hold, which is called an O4. This is placed on your account on the 30th day of the semester if a balance is still due. The bursar's hold prevents students from obtaining grades, registering for classes, and assessing the university's regplex until the balance is paid in full. In addition, a $100 late fee is also placed on the student's account. We have different forms of payment that we accept in the bursar's office. We accept personal checks, bank, certified checks, money orders, e-checks, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and cash in person at our one-stop shop. We've actually handed out some cards for the one-stop shop, which is very handy for you to keep. We also accept wire transfers, instructions online and below. Okay, there we go. So it's very important when you're doing a wire transfer that it includes full name as it appears on your NSU student accounts with NSU ID. If wire transfer is for multiple students and cannot fit into 102 character special instructions, please provide the following: name of program, name of college, contact name at main campus, and telephone extension. It's very important that we have the name or the NSU ID, because oftentimes we get wires and we have to place them on an unidentified list because there's no information on there to post it to a student's account, and that may cause a delay with the money being on your account, and you may have a late fee placed on the account while we're waiting to identify who the money belongs to. So always make sure that we have the NSU student ID on there or the student's name as it appears on our system. The next thing we'll briefly go over is, one second. Payment arrangements. We have payment plans available to domestic students only. They're term-based plans, for example, fall, winter, spring, and summer. Fall plans, fall-winter plan, we do fall-winter combo, which is $75 for a combo. These must be received by July 1st. Fall-only plan must be received by July 1st as well. Winter-only plan must be received by December 1st. Those plans are 4 months. The ones for 3 months are spring and summer, and these spring must be received by March 1st, summer must be received by May 1st. Now, how the payment plan works is you can go online to enroll. So it's quite important to familiarize yourself with our website. So this is how the request looks. Once you go on, you pay the charge of £75. We then, pardon me, I'm still thinking I'm in England, sorry. $75, not pounds. You must be thinking, pounds, no, $75, sorry about that. So you go on to our website and you make your payment, you select your student degree level, your semester, who is paying, put your student information in, and you tick whatever box applies to you here. Once you pay this, it then filters through to our marketplace, which we run the report every morning to pull through students who've requested a payment plan, and it's then assigned to a member of our team, and we'll do the payment plan. It should be done really in about 3 to 5 business days. We send it to you, we give you 5 days to complete it, to return it to us, and then that covers whatever fees you have that you would then have to pay out of pocket after your financial aid, etc., loans or disburse. The payment plan then factors in to cover whatever balances you would then pay out of pocket. Have you guys had a chance to look at the payment plans that we've given? Yes? Has anybody got any questions? No? Bitcoin?
It's unregulated at the moment. It's unregulated.
Okay, so if you want to contact us, we also have given out cards. You can contact us by email, telephone. You can call in person to the one-stop shop. We've given out the email address as well. When you've completed your payment plan is also, which is quite important, let me just mention that you have to return it via fax. It's a secure fax number that we have. We do not recommend that you send it back via email because then you will have your card details on it, which is sensitive information. So the fax number is always included on the payment plan, and that's the required method for you to return it to us. Is there anything else you want us to cover? Because we only...
This is if you have any questions about the charges. Let's say if you have a late fee, you contact us. Meal plan, you contact the Shark Card. The residential charges, you contact housing, health insurance, student medical center, and then tuition charges or any late registration fees, that's your academic program office. Yeah.
All right. Any further questions? Any questions? No? All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Bye. You're welcome.
Okay, next we have representatives from the NSU Student Health Department.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Catherine. I'm the Student Health Insurance Administrator. So your student health insurance is part of your billing fees that you will see each and every academic year on your student account. Hi, I'm sorry about that. So in order to get to our website, you just put nova.edu student insurance. Once you're on our website, you'll be able to see exactly what our department will be able to help you with. Our office is actually located in the Horvitz building. It's not close to here. You actually have to drive over there. So if you have any questions, please let me or Janelle know by the end of this meeting or this orientation. So the mandatory programs is a program that is designed by the program managers of who exactly will be recommended to use student health insurance. The student health insurance will be on your account each and every academic year. You'll automatically be enrolled. Every academic year, if you do have insurance, who has their own insurance? Have you already opted out of the student health insurance? No? Okay, so this would be the great way to go. So you'd go to our website, and you'd go down where it says waiver, waiving out of your NSU student health insurance. And here the button where it says complete the online waiver. These are the 6 criteria that we ask that your insurance needs to meet in order to qualify as adequate health insurance. And once you clicked on complete waiver, we're going to use your username and your password, the same username and password that you use to log into your email, your student email. Any questions so far? Okay. So there are deadlines. You must complete this winter waiver before, let's see, before February 1st. Every program has its own deadline date depending on when their program starts every academic year. But since you guys are starting at the end of an academic year, which is winter, everyone has the same deadline date, which is February 1st. And these deadline dates don't generally change throughout the years. So you will know exactly every academic year, hey, it's about that time, I need to waive my insurance. As soon as you register for fall classes, you will see an insurance charge on your account, and you would have to go into the waiver to complete a waiver. That's going to be the waiver for the 2018-2019 academic year. Any questions so far? Has anyone had any trouble completing a waiver? Yes. Okay, have you been able to enter into your email? So this is what we're seeing. Sometimes when students have not entered into their student email, they're having trouble trying to log in here. So what we recommend, try logging into your student email and reset your password, and then you'll be able to log into this. If anything, you can call us and we can walk you through the process as well. No problem. So I just really want to walk away with helping you guys understand this insurance charge, regardless how many times you complete this waiver, you will have to complete it each and every academic year. So this academic year is ending. Your deadline date is February 1st. The next academic year, which is 2018-2019, you should be completing a waiver around June 1st. You will see your account, your student account charged for student health insurance. So I recommend that you use your Shark links to see your accounts or you see your charges come in. And that way you can make sure that you can get it ahead of time and remove it off of your account as soon as you see the charge come in. Any questions? Okay. All right, thank you. All right, thank you.
All right, thanks for coming. Okay, that concludes the presentations for today. Everyone's going to have a breakout session with their specific program, so a representative from your program will take you to that area. Also, as a FYI, if anyone wants access to any of the PowerPoint presentations that were used today, you can send me an email and I'll send whatever specific ones you want, or if you want all of them, just let me know. My email address is bdave@nova.edu. That's B as in boy, D as in dog, A as in apple, V as in Victor, E as in egg @nova.edu. Also, another reminder, we'll be giving campus tours at 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and 4 p.m. If it's a bus tour, yes. Yeah, it's a bus. Well, there's a stop where we get off. Yeah. So if you want, at 2, 3, or 4, meet us downstairs on the first floor. You'll see Shari. Raise your hand. You'll see Shari, and we'll go from there. Yes. So anyway, congratulations on your acceptance to your programs.